What's up? What's up? What's up? I hope you had a beautiful day, guys, and welcome to the Netherlands team call. I'm very excited for this team call tonight because we have like two speakers here tonight who already prepared very good knowledge, very good value for you guys. So yes, turn on your cameras, be on your desk, grab a piece of paper and a pen, because what you learn tonight will be insane, So we prepared the calls, not only this call, we prepared some more calls for the whole week, like in our leader call for the Dutch guys. Okay, so we organized now a leader call for the Dutch guys. And when you guys turn P600, you will be a part of that leader call. So then you will be introduced into the organizing and into the topics, what we think, what needs the team, what we can give the team to level up the team the best. And like you've seen, we have like two very special speakers today here for me. And the first one is like a person, he's into this business, into this business since more than 4 years. So he has a lot of experience, and you guys know him pretty well. And he does so much for this team. He does so much for every single one of us here. And he's always there. He's always helping out. And he's always like having a professional perspective of everything. So if you guys need some help, he's there. He's always there for everyone. And he's definitely a person of value, one of the greatest person of value I ever got to know. So yeah, definitely take notes. Definitely listen to him now very closely, because what he will tell you now is insane, and don't take it for granted. Nothing what this guy does. Okay, he loves to do it. He loves to help, but don't ever take it for granted. Always be grateful for it. And let's like explode the chat with runs, with hearts, for love, for this guy, for Christopher Berkling. I would say I'll bring you up. Bro, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Thank you, well, for two nice words. I don't know if words is the right one, but I'm practicing my Dutch there. Thanks for the edify. Always nice to hear such nice things when what others got to say about you, because those nice words are not for granted. Also, it's like something you kind of got to earn a little bit. That people edify you a certain way, because those are things, characteristics that define you as a person, the things you do. So you never know what somebody will say and edifying about you. That's always a nice thing. So yeah, Leander also, like in the introduction, already tapped into it a little bit. Today's topic, what we thought about, is commitment and dedication. So as you guys heard, like, I'm in network marketing and trading for 4 years now. 4.5, almost a half. So it's a pretty long time, you could say. So most of the people that I started the business with, it was the trading space also. They're not here anymore because people lack one thing: the strength of their why. Like, you guys got to think of the one reason. And don't tell me the presentation at the event with me and Marvin was so nice. I know some people had the shine in their eyes, or the introduction call, the information was so crazy. That's not the reason why you joined. Like, nobody joins because the product is so good or whatever. Like, everybody has a personal why they said, I'm going to do this now. And that's something you really got to think about. And for myself, I really redefined my why, especially since I'm working in a full-time job. Like, when I joined the business, I was in college. So what was my why back then? To have a little bit more freedom and earn passive income. Like, that was the main reason why I joined it. It wasn't a deep thought through why with family, and I want to bring everybody in retirement, and I just want to travel the world. For me, basically, the main reason why I joined it back in the day was, I want to find a way that I can make money while I sit in class and study for my exams. And down the road, the why got bigger. So for me, it was the first time it really shifted, and I really had like a moment of where I thought things through. Was like, I hit my first it was also P600 rank. And I saw the first speaker, like I was at 1,300 people event in Germany. And I saw a kid from the US, 21 years old at the time, making $90,000 in a month. And he told his story that he dropped out of college. And I was like, if that guy can stand on stage in front of 1,000 people without a college degree, like I can do that too next year with a college degree. So my why became more of, I want to inspire others and achieve. It was combined with a goal directly, or let's not say a goal, let's say an objective, because a goal is always like an end point and we don't want to end there, right? So the objective was to get on stage with my engineering degree. So I had a time frame. I knew when I was done with college, and I knew when the next event was in Germany. So I was just dedicated on making it happen. And there comes the commitment and dedication. You can break it down into steps, like what do you got to do to achieve a certain point, to speak at an event or be on a stage in front of so many people. I know Leander already shared such an experience as well. Justin also spoke in front of a big crowd as well. It's a crazy feeling, but you got to have an objective that you got to reach to it, because it's not open for everybody. Like you got to earn it yourself. So I knew what I had to do in half a year time, finish my college. So it was a hard time. Like I was writing my bachelor thesis, studying for my last 2 exams, and building the business. So what did I do? I studied at night and wrote my bachelor thesis at night. And during the day, I was presenting the business because I knew I had to do it. I know it was tough. Like I wrote my bachelor thesis in like 10 nights. Don't recommend it. Take yourself a little bit longer time. But yeah, dedication. I knew I had to do it. So I was like, yeah, I'm going to sacrifice sleep. So I went to bed at like 4 a.m. and got up at 8:30. So I had my 4.5 hours sleep, and it was same things again. And I went to college too, to study too during the day. So like the afternoons were presenting the business, and night times was bachelor thesis and some calls in between. So I knew what I had to do. And then here comes why the why is so important. A week before the event, I did not meet the objective to be on stage. 3 days before the event, I did not meet the objective to be on stage. So I was like, damn, I can't be on stage. And I was devastated. And I remember, no, my reason is I want to have more freedom and inspire others. That's my why. That's what drives me. So no matter what, it got to happen. So we did an event kind of like you guys did yesterday. And one person himself invited like crazy. I invited like crazy. And my team tripled in one event. And then in the middle of the night, 2 days before the event, on Friday, I was traveling there. That was also in the south of Germany. Pforzheim was the name. Maybe Justin knows it because it's close to where he lives. And we were traveling there. And then in the night before, I got invited into a WhatsApp group, and they were just like, congrats, you made it. You can be on stage. And I was like, damn. I was so hyped. I didn't sleep for 2 days straight. Like the moment when I was on stage, I didn't sleep for, I don't know, 48 hours, over 48 hours, because I was so excited thinking about what am I going to share? Like I got 10 minutes stage time. Like what should I tell people? Like I got to make it count. And everybody on my team was there. And that's the reason why is also important, because my brother was there also. He was crying at the back of the people because he saw me on stage, because my brother thought it was a scam until that point. Then he knew it's not a scam. My upline was crying because he was so emotional that I made it. And then on the next day, when we traveled home, 50 people got invited to my home event. We didn't meet fancy rooms. We also, like, we did that once a month, but like we did every weekend, every other weekend, we did home events. And I said, you know what? I got enough space. Bring how many people you can. They really took it a little bit too serious, because the whole street, I used to live in a little village. The whole street was full of cars. The neighbors rang the doorbell and was like, what's going on here? It's like, yeah, it's okay. They wanted to call the cops because there were so many cars parked and there were 50 people in my living room. And I didn't sleep much that night either. And I was like, damn, those 2 guys really invited the hell out of the car, like on the drive home. And that showed me too why is so important as well. Like, why do you do what you do? Because your why gives people a reason to change something, a different perspective, and a reason to believe in themselves too. Because I don't know what your why is for you. Maybe you want more freedom, you want a nice car, you want the money, you want to travel, you want to retire your parents, you want to buy a home. You know, it can be a financial reason, it can be a lifestyle reason, but it can also be like an emotional thing. For me, it's like I want to give back to my parents because they always provided for me. So I know I gotta make it one day because they are not getting younger. I'm turning 30 this year. So you guys have a huge advantage over me. I got introduced into this when I was 25. Most of you are 19, 20, 21, 22. You know what I mean? Like, you got a huge advantage. Like, I'm 4 years down the road, this year turning 5 years. Like, you know how crazy it is, how you can, at what point in life you can be when you have the same dedication when you're going to turn my age. And maybe some of you are going to quit, and that's all right. Not everybody is fit for it. But I know my reason, like my why is also I want to have more freedom. I work in a job, it's a nice paid job, and it's fun. I have good colleagues, but I don't want to do this for the rest of my life, because a job means just over broke. Because you're trading in your time for money, and then you don't even have the time to spend it really. Because 30 days of vacation in a year is not a lot. The weekends is not a lot. And when you get home, it's 6, 7 in the evening. What do you want to do for fun then? So right now, the only dedication is put in the work, put in the hours. Because one thing I heard from one of my mentors that heard it from one of my mentors, it's a funny thing. He was doing the same talk that Austin Godsey did on the stage. And Leander said it to you guys before too. Got to work, and then you get paid. But people want to get paid after they've done this much work. So the commitment to yourself was like, I got to work until it's doesn't feel like work anymore. It's just the natural thing. Like for me, jumping on a call, speaking to you guys, I was thinking like, what should I listen to a podcast about commitment and dedication? Should I read something out of my books that I put all the notes in? And I was like, no, I'm just gonna do it freestyle, naturally, like I always do. Because in the end, commitment and dedication is something like no matter what comes in your way, no matter who says it's bullshit, it's a scam, no matter if you feel like it, no matter if you have lost 5% on your funded trading account this week, no matter if your stop loss hit after stop loss hit, like you just got to do it over and over again. Because you got to do the right things consistently and let time do its magic. Because in the end, it will always unfold. But who are you to quit? Like, I know some of you guys have a big why. I know some of y'all said, you know, I want to retire my parents and stuff like that. I had a team partner who quit his job so he can be more with his kids. He has 3 of them now. And he quit the business for a while. He's back now, but still, like, he quit the business for a while. And I was like, yeah, bro, you started this for your children, to have more time to be with your children. And he didn't realize how much freedom he can actually gain through the business until he quit and came back. I had a call with him yesterday, and Ali, one of the leaders in Leander's team, and he was like, they were talking about it. Yeah, you don't even realize what this business and this opportunity can bring you in life, because he then went back to a job, didn't see his children a lot. He has 3 of them now. Didn't see him a lot. So it's like when you don't go to your why and you want to have freedom and stuff like that, or you want to be the best version of yourself, it's like you're disrespecting yourself. And if you don't have a strong enough why, you can't be committed. Because what gets you up then? Why should you do it? Yeah, because everybody else in the team is doing it. I hear that a lot, that people are just doing it because others are doing it. Don't be like that. If you want to do it long-term and win long-term in this, find out why you do what you do. And nobody can tell me their job is fun. Nobody can tell me they like to work 50, 60 hours a week. I get paid nicely, still don't like it. It's not about the money. Yeah, I was thinking like, oh, I got to ask, okay, what would you do with all the freedom? I don't know. I would just live life every day how I want it. Do the things I got to do, and then let the day come. Let it unfold. but I know that's the price, right? And everybody wants the price in this age because you get everything like that, instant gratification. That's like the biggest disease we have in our time right now. You get everything with a click. You can order food like that. You can get a date like that. You can get your shoes like that. You can watch a movie with a click of a button. People don't even need to go to the cinema anymore because Amazon is offering you that you can watch the premiere right from your home. So it's like people got lazy on it. And I'm not a saint with it. I can go more often to the gym, can do more things in my apartments, be more committed with that. But, you know, it's whatever you feel in that moment is most important to you. Because I know for a fact, if I do this for 5 more years, then it's 10 years. A lot can change in that 5 years. I just started understanding trading really deeply the past one year since I'm with IM Academy, because it's the best platform out. It's the best thing you can get when you want to learn how to trade or build an e-commerce. Like, hands down, there's nothing better. I was talking to others about it. It's nothing better. And if somebody says, like, if people have like excuses because you have the event now, we have another part for tomorrow about this, but people will come up with excuses why they can't, right? They tell you why they can't join, why they can't do it. Did you ever notice how easy people find reasons why they can't do something? Because nobody believes in them, not even themselves. And that's something like network marketing really changed for me, my life, like my attitude, my character, my personality, the way I'm talking and thinking about myself, because I used to think like that too. Like when I handed my dad my bachelor diploma, he was like, nice, I got one like that too. No, like, I'm proud of you or whatever. Like, I never heard of that. Like, I got never for my dad's. And that's the thing where most of us guys want the approval from, right? Our dads or moms, whoever, it depends on if you're a mom or a dad person. But I always wanted approval and never got it. So that's why I always thought, yeah, you can't make it anyway. Always expected the worst. And now when it comes to your why would you, the reason why you do it and your objective in mind, why would you think of the worst outcome? There's kids nowadays making 5 figures, 6 figures a month. Like, I just saw on TikTok, like, because I was focused a lot on trading content, there's 15, 14-year-olds trading on 10K funded accounts. Like, I saw he had a lot of losing trades, and I was like, hey, bro, shoot me a message. I want to send you my trading call recording, like my playlist. Like, maybe it helps you, because, like, look at it, like 15-year-olds are more dedicated towards it. How can a 15-year-old guy outwork us? It's crazy. Like, we live in different times now, and people still think it's not possible to commit themselves for a certain amount of time and then live a life like they never dreamed about. So you got to really take your why, break down the objective, what you want to achieve to fulfill that, and then dedicate to the steps and commit yourself. And if you struggle with that, doing it on your own, find a hustle buddy. Jack and Sandra, for example, I know you guys would be, I don't know if you already do it, but I know you guys are good friends. You could be good hustle buddies. Same as Rahul and Gio. Yeah, already done. That's what I thought. You know what I mean? Like, because then you have like a commitment with each other. And yeah, I wrote a commitment contract with my former upline. He quit the business. Technically, through contract, I could actually go and slap him now, because that was the thing in the contract. But we wrote a contract with each other. We're not going to quit on each other, on the business, on our dreams and goals. Because one thing that was really powerful that Leander once said, to, like, hang up, if you struggle with that, hang up pieces of paper in front of the toilet, in front of the mirror, in front of the TV, wherever you are on the day, and look at a lot and ask yourself, like, write down the question: is your comfort zone more or worth more than your dreams and goals? And I know nobody would say, yeah, it is. I know it feels nice to lay on the couch or lay in the bed. It's nice and cozy, do nothing. But if you think of where you want to go, it's not worth it. And consistency doesn't always need to be every day. Because in the beginning, you start with 1 hour a day go live. Then you start with intro calls. Then you start with an hour chart work. And you up yourself from there. And if there's a day where you're not committed and not feel like it, don't beat yourself up. Because that was a mistake that I've done in the past. If you beat yourself up because you're not committed for one day, you're planning to fail. Because if you give yourself negative feelings because you will one day not feeling it, not mentally in the state, not physically, like not healthy or whatever, like you're not feeling well, don't beat yourself up about it, because then the rest of the week will be like that. Because you have negative feelings, and negative emotions are always 10 times stronger than positive emotions in your brain. That's why it's so important to have your why and talk positively about yourself. Affirmations, like people think like it's a joke. Like so many people don't take affirmations seriously. You know why it's called spelling? When you spell words, because you cast spells. Like spelling, like talking, it's casting a spell into the universe. You know why Hindu monks, when they meditate, chanted the mantras like Om, or the other mantra I can't do, that's just too much, but they're like reciting the different chakras in their body. You know why they do that? That's how you activate it. That's how you become a mystic. That's how you ascend, because the vocal cords, they connect, like everything is vibrational energy. So if you feel like, okay, I'm not too committed right now, when you wake up in the morning, look at yourself in the mirror and say, I'm a committed person. Yep, source of creation, sound. It's exactly right. The only reason why my flesh sticks to my bones is vibrations. It's not because the flesh is glued to the bones, it's vibration. Like vibration and frequency holds everything together. People forget about that a lot. Like everything is energy. So when you feel like, okay, right now I'm not too committed, look yourself in the mirror every day in the morning and say, I'm a committed person. I'm dedicated towards my goals. 369, yep. Most powerful thing in the world, Nikola Tesla. And there's a manifestation technique called the 369 method, where you speak out 3 times in the morning your goals, 6 times in the afternoon, and 9 times in the evening. And you can do that with affirmations, with whatever, like just do it, because it will change your mindset. It will change your commitment and your dedication towards it. But like that's the easiest way to get committed with something, because I always thought it's a tough thing. And why do I struggle with it sometimes? Because I know when I don't do my affirmations, don't talk myself to the person that I am, cast out the spell, I know that I'm getting away from it. Because I'm still on a chart. I'm at chart when I'm at work. I'm trying to push in chart time whenever I can. We do the trading calls, like we do so many trading calls the week. Like me and Gio was on the charts today too, like to go over some setups. Like it's like whenever you can, put in the time and work. And if you still think there's activities missing, let's say you want to build the network, like who wants to build a rank in network marketing in the next 2 months? Yeah, I see hands. If you don't have the camera on, type a 1 in the chat. So, we have the Vision 100. If you like, okay, like you saw how nice it can be an event with people there, how easy it can be to get people there. If you ask yourself, like, okay, why, like if I ask myself, okay, why am I not P1K yet? I know I'm not doing enough activities. So I need to affirm that I'm doing my activities, because then it's why, like I speak it out, it's wiring in my subconscious mind, and it's becoming natural for me to do. Because if I feel a to-do list is something that's horrible for most people, because people like feel like they have to do it. Write yourself an objective list. I will achieve this today, because then when you did it, you'll feel good about yourself. A to-do list is like you have more inner fighting with your commitment to do the task in the beginning than when you say, okay, I set my intention and the goal for this day to talk to 3 people. Because then you're casting it out that you're doing it. you're putting out the intent. If you read a to-do list, you're like, okay, I have to do this. But if you're in the morning saying, okay, I'm so dedicated that I will talk to 3 people today, you're already saying that you've done it. You know what I mean? That's why when you write down your goals, do it in the present. It helps you with the commitment in the beginning, because it's the most difficult thing in the beginning, in the phase where you guys right now are in, to stay committed and dedicated. And then when you have good achievements, all of a sudden everything is like flowing easily, right? You guys experienced that already. I know some of y'all did. Once you had good trades, then everything is like, oh yeah, I'm going to do everything again. But when you have in a deep struggle phase, everybody's like, I don't, why should I watch go live? Like, I just lost 4 trades this week. I know, like, I lost 4 trades. Like, I need to go watch go live because it will help me figure out. So like, that's the thing in the beginning. Commitment is something that you have to really touch with your why, break down the steps to reach your objective, link it all together with emotions, and do the affirmations that you already are the person doing those things. Because maybe for some it's difficult to identify with Leander or me that I've been doing this for 4 or 5 years, but that's the easiest way to get into the routine of doing the things and becoming better. And everybody has their own pace and their own commitment and dedication. That's why, like, the task, like my homework for you guys is, you don't need to write it in the group because a why can be super private sometimes, but write down yourself your why and write down your commitment. Like, what are you committed to do? Like, I work 60 hours a week. I still do so many calls that I get asked, like, you're always doing calls. Like, why do you used to do so many calls? Yeah, I'm working 24/7 until I can live 24/7. That's about my part. So I will pass it back to Leander.
Sheesh. Crazy, crazy, crazy part. Guys, I hope you took notes. I hope you got some value out of that. And I always love it when value is combined with stories, when value is combined with experience. And when Chris talks, he always talks about stories. He always talks about how he has went through it, or he knows somebody who went through some things and learns those things out of it. So you really feel like that's real value. That's real experience. So that's insane, guys. Drop again a 1 in the chat for Chris Berkling, for everything he said, for everything he's giving us, and thank you, bro, for your part. So the next person I want to bring up, before I want to bring up the next person, I want to talk a little bit about something I started talking about yesterday when I was in Den Haag. And it is Rotterdam. Okay, it's not many days, many weeks until the Rotterdam convention, and I hope all of you guys already got a ticket. Okay, I hope all of you guys got a ticket. So you have to imagine, like, what is this Rotterdam convention? What does it do? How does it help me? How important is it? First of all, you have to think about you. You are building your own business. You're like your own company, and this is a convention. This is a this is a company convention. It's a convention from your like your own company, from your baby, from everything you're building, from everything you're learning. So like when you have your own company, you can't miss on that. It's like a no-brainer. So that's first of all. But the next things are like they're the top earners of these companies, the CEO himself, the top leaders, the most valuable people will be right next to you guys in Rotterdam. I think for most of you, it's like 30 minutes drive or even less. That's insane. I spent 2,500 euros and flew over to America to get to my first convention in 2019. Okay, I know Chris took more money because he had to travel to Paris. Paris isn't cheap to get to his first convention. And I know Rahul had a little bit more easier. Or not really more easier, because he traveled from Netherlands down to Zurich to his first convention. So all of us have in common, we traveled a good way. I think Rahul drove 9 hours with his car to Zurich, and he didn't knew anyone there. But I think he will tell later a little bit more about that. But what I want to tell you guys, those conventions really change your paradigm, change your vibration, level you up, fill your energy. It's insane what people do after conventions. All my leaders got created through conventions. All the funnel traders got the vision, the dedication, what Chris talked about, through convention. On conventions, that is the place where the most like click moments happen, where the most people understand why they're doing it for, what is possible with this opportunity, and that they should definitely grind more. And after that, they're like I said, in completely different frequency, yeah, grinding as hell, and then all the results are coming. Right after those conventions is the biggest momentum, always. And if you want to have momentum in your life, if you want like to compress time frame and get faster to success, the convention is the way for you. So make sure that you are on the Rotterdam convention. Make sure that you get a Rotterdam ticket as soon as possible, and make sure that every of your teammates got a Rotterdam ticket. And another thing, who do you want to bring to Rotterdam? Because one of my mentors always said, Leander, it depends on how many people you bring to a convention. So the same for you. For every person you bring to a convention out of your team, or maybe a prospect, you earn the next year $1,000 more. So the question is, how much money do you want to earn next year? Okay, how much money do you want to earn? So for every person, you earn $1,000 more next year. So that's insane. Okay, but I want to bring up the next speaker because he is like the first guy out of this team who went to a convention, and he went there like completely alone. He knew it will be crazy, but he didn't even knew what's happening there. He didn't even knew what will be there. He didn't even knew me. I think we texted 1 or 2 times. That's it. He didn't even knew me, and he just went in his car 9 hours, bought a ticket, and came down to Zurich. And I can say, or I can't say because I don't know how he was before, but he said it changed completely his life. He said like everything after that was so clear for him. And I only know him as like the most energetic guy. The guy was like nearly the biggest fire, I would say. And the guy was so much passion, dedication for this business. And I think this convention made a big piece from that. So Rahul, if you can hear me, I think you could talk. And guys, let's bring some love in the chat for Rahul, and let's get it, bro. I'm excited for your part.
Yes, thank you, Leander, for the nice words. For this part, I'm switching back to Dutch because then I can explain a little bit more in depth about what the convention did to me and why the convention was so important for me. Dus zodat iedereen me nu iets beter kan verstaan en iets beter kan begrijpen. Ik ben vorig jaar begonnen eigenlijk met de business. En ik zat er echt 2-3 weken in. Ik denk misschien net een maand, net nog geen hele maand. Volgens mij toen ik in Zurich was, verliep mijn lidmaatschap. Dus dat betekent dat ik gewoon een maand in was en ik had nog niks gedaan. Ik had echt nog helemaal niks gedaan, weet je. En het was voor mij een grote stap die ik zou zetten uiteindelijk waar ik ook op dit moment nu ben. Maar dat hebben allemaal stapjes daar naartoe wel mee geholpen. Maar toen ik daar was, oh mijn god, echt die energy, de mensen. En hoe we dus zeg maar gisteren al op het event hadden, die energy die daar aanwezig was. Dat is wat 30, 40, 50 mensen al kan doen, weet je. Laat staan wat 9000 mensen met mij hebben gedaan. Laat staan wat Rotterdam met 15.000 mensen kan doen met jou in Rotterdam. Gewoon. Het is hier om de hoek. Even kijken, 20 minuten rijden, 30 minuten rijden voor iedereen. En je bent in Rotterdam, weet je. Dus be prepared for what is coming. En ik ga jullie een beetje vertellen van hoe het voor mij is geweest. En waarom het dus zo'n grote impact heeft gehad. Waardoor het heel belangrijk is. In het begin, ik hoorde van, oké, het is in Zurich, het is een convention. En ik vroeg Gio natuurlijk van, kan je meegaan? Maar, little did I know that Mr. Gio went to Dubai. En ik was alleen. Dus toen had ik de keuze, ga ik het alleen doen? Ga ik niet of ga ik wel? Ik zat te twijfelen, weet je. Het klonk heel interessant, maar ik wist nog niet hoe life-changing het kon zijn. En Chris heeft het me verteld, Marvin heeft het me verteld en Leanne heeft me verteld. Go there, it will be life-changing. En op een gegeven moment, vooral met Chris en Marvin, zaten we in een call. En toen hebben ze mij verteld van, weet je, als het kan, ga er naartoe. En ik heb die opportunity genomen. Ik had niet eens mijn ticket, hè. Ik heb hotels geboekt, omdat ik wist ik moest gaan. Ik heb mijn trip uitgepland, maar omdat mijn creditcard een gekke storing of zo had, kon ik niet een kaartje bestellen. Dus ik zei tegen Chris, ja, maar wat nou als het niet gaat lukken? Wat nou als ik dat kaartje niet krijg? Dan ben ik daar en dan is het niet geregeld. Hij zegt, bro, we will find a way. It will work. Don't worry. Dus ik ben gewoon gaan rijden. En toen heb ik het via een vriend van mij, die had nog een klein beetje crypto in zijn wallet staan. Want ik had net niet genoeg in mijn wallet om een kaartje te bestellen. Want mijn creditcard deed het niet. Maar ik wil gewoon heel prepared daar naartoe gaan. En ja, toen heb ik dus naar Duitsland toe een kaartje gekocht. Ik was in het midden van Duitsland. Ik was misschien al 3-4 uur onderweg. Dus imagine, als ik dat kaartje niet kon halen, was ik al gewoon onderweg. Dus die dedication, die sacrifice, heb ik allemaal toegemaakt van, ik ga daar naartoe. En ik heb vertrouwen erin dat het gaat lukken. En als jij hier in je mind al programmeert, het gaat lukken, weet je. Dus dat was eigenlijk al stap 1 van, oké, alles zit mee. Alles werkt eigenlijk, de universe werkt mee met dat ik daarheen wil gaan. En ik wist gewoon, ik ben ook iemand, ik hou van angel numbers. En onderweg naar naartoe zag ik alleen maar angel numbers. En toen dacht ik van, I'm going to the right spot. Ik wist gewoon, oké, dit is iets. Maar zoals Chris Leander al vertelde, ik kende niemand. Ik kende alleen Chris en Gio. Leander heb ik misschien 1 of 2 keer gesproken en we hadden elkaar op Instagram aangezien. Ja, ik ben de tweede persoon die dan in het Nederlandse team was gekomen. Maar verder de rest nog niet echt contact met elkaar gehad over ja, wie we nou eigenlijk echt waren als persoon. We kenden elkaar nog niet zo heel goed. En Justin heb ik dus ook zijn nummer doorgestuurd gekregen van Chris. We kenden elkaar ook niet. Dus I was like, I came there and I texted him, where are you? Ik stond echt letterlijk gewoon in mijn eentje zo, daar naar te kijken. Ik was gewoon helemaal amazed van hoeveel mensen daar waren. En dat er ook gewoon zoveel dames waren die gewoon al goed bezig zijn met hun eigen toekomst te creëren. Dus dat het niet alleen heren zijn. Het zijn gewoon iedereen die in de wereld op dit moment interesse heeft om zichzelf te laten groeien als persoon, was daar. En het was crazy. Like, toen ik daar binnenkwam, ik kende niemand, maar ik voelde me al gewoon beter op mijn plek. Want ik merkte gewoon van, op een gegeven moment, nadat ik veel thuis zat en zat na te denken van, ben ik nou gek dat ik soms zo denk of ga ik gewoon met de verkeerde mensen om? En toen ik daar kwam, wist ik dat ik met de verkeerde mensen omging. Ik kwam er gewoon achter dat er gewoon heel veel meer uit het leven te halen valt. En dat er ook gewoon heel veel mensen die daar ook al mee bezig zijn. Dus toen merkte ik van, ik ben niet alleen. Er zijn zoveel mensen in heel de wereld die hier ook aan meedoen. Het is worldwide, meer dan 20 landen. En toen dacht ik, oké, ik voelde al van, ik heb een juiste keuze gemaakt. En op het moment dat ik met Justin zat, en ik heb hem gewoon heb gesproken daar en gewoon goed gepraat had. Ik had er met Leander ook al heel veel bericht toen ik daar naartoe ging. Toen ben ik eigenlijk door die 2 jongens onder de vleugel genomen. Leander heeft me gewoon aan iedereen geïntroduceerd. Hij heeft me heel erg goed geholpen om mensen ook te kennen die misschien dezelfde interesse als mij hebben of dezelfde denkwijze op bepaalde dingen. Waar ik gewoon heel erg veel value uit kon halen door met die mensen te praten. Hij heeft me bijvoorbeeld geïntroduceerd aan Zaka. Zaka is iemand die gewoon ook heel veel energie heeft. Henna, zij is ook gewoon iemand die al een funde trader is. Dus er zijn ook mensen met wie ik gewoon in contact ben gekomen doordat ik daar naartoe ben gegaan. Ik ken nu heel veel mensen van het Duitse team, waardoor ik me ook gewoon steeds meer op mijn plek voel. Ik krijg zoveel major love van iedereen in het Duitse team, dat ik denk van wauw. Je weet toch, die convention heeft ervoor gezorgd dat ik met iedereen beter in contact ben gekomen. Die convention heeft ervoor gezorgd dat ik meer gevoel erbij heb gekregen van hoe het nou is om eigenlijk part van zo'n grote opportunity te zijn. En toen merkte ik ook gewoon van alle speakers, zoals ik gisteren ook in de Q&A zei, alle speakers die daar op stage praten, die maken gewoon grof geld. En ze hebben allemaal hetzelfde meegemaakt. Mensen die zichzelf in hun eigen omgeving demotiveren omlaag halen, slecht praten, niet in je geloven, niet achter je staan, jou niet willen zien outgrowen op perspectief vanuit hun. Dus dat jij hun voorbij gaat. Het gebeurt allemaal. En helaas is dat nou maar hoe het grootste deel van humanity werkt, maar niet iedereen. En dat merkte ik ook toen ik gewoon in de company was. Ik voelde me gelijk op mijn plek. Leander, iedereen die in Zurich was, heeft mij gewoon zo erg gestimuleerd om ook bepaalde keuzes waar ik twijfelde, gewoon te kunnen maken. Ik zat te twijfelen om weg te stappen van mijn vriendengroep, maar ik wist het niet zeker. Maar toen ik daar dus al die dingen hoorde, toen ik zijn verhaal hoorde, toen ik de verhaal van andere mensen hoorde en waarom zij dit doen, hun why, toen begreep ik ook van, oké, Rahul, dit is echt iets majors waar je in gekomen bent. En zo'n conventie met 9000 mensen was gewoon echt life-changing. Ik voelde me gewoon eigenlijk al een hele entrepreneur, terwijl ik nog niks had gedaan. Ik voelde me al gewoon een part of een trading community, terwijl ik nog niet veel over traden wist. Maar ik wist dat dit de conventie zou zijn die toen ik daar was, dus echt ook life-changing zou zijn. En zoals iedereen daarna ook heeft gezegd, ik heb daarna echt gewoon fire gehad. Ik ben hongerig geworden om meer te willen. Ik ben hongerig geworden om meer eruit te halen. En om gewoon iedereen om me heen ook goed te zien. Waarom? Ik merkte hoe het in het Duitse team eraan toe ging. Het was geweldig. Like, I can't explain it in English because this was for me really crazy. After the event, we went on with the team training. But I had loafers on with no socks. And it's cold in Switzerland. So we were there and everyone was like, yeah, and we were clapping like this. And we were doing with the camera, the lights and everything. It was like such an amazing energy and vibe to be part of. And I didn't understand anything. I maybe understand it like 20, 30%, but I felt it was really good. I felt the energy. Like, je hoeft dus niet alles te verstaan en te begrijpen om part te zijn van die energy die daar was. Vibrations. The vibrations were crazy. I was receiving everything. Even though I didn't understand, I was like this. I was clapping. Like, we were in a neighborhood in the middle of houses and flats and apartments. And even the cops came at the last moment because there we were with, I don't know how many people, like 50 plus until 100, between 50 and 100 people were there in a circle in the middle of a neighborhood. So it was really crazy, like the dedication over there, it was wow. En nu we dus dit in Nederland hebben, we kunnen echt iets heel moois van creëren. En alle mensen die bijvoorbeeld twijfelen of iets meer willen ervaren, dit is de opportunity. Het is om de hoek. Het is letterlijk 20 minuten rijden en het is over 2 maanden. Het is om de hoek qua tijd en het is om de hoek qua afstand. Meer perfect kan het niet zijn. And I remember we were in the crowd and they were announcing where it's gonna be. And ik was helemaal mijn age. I was the only Dutch guy in the crowd of the Germans. And they were like, so should we go there? Nah. Should we go there? Nah. And then Rotterdam came up. We're going there. And I was like, this is really close. En toen dacht ik ook gewoon van, hoe kan alles zo perfect uitpakken? Maybe it's a sign from the universe. Weet je, ik was daar. It happened. Yeah, it was written before. They knew I was gonna join, and Gio and me were gonna create a bigger community with all of the guys over here to bring the Fisher 100 to reality till Rotterdam. And I think I know it's possible. Maar, zoals Chris en Leander zeiden, dedication en sacrifices zijn nodig. We moeten ze maken om uiteindelijk ook te halen wat we willen behalen. En de meeste mensen die hierin zitten, die weten hoe ik was. Ik was niet zo. Ik was helemaal niet zo. I was a real different kind of person. Ja, en ik ben nog ook gewoon heel trots op mezelf, ook dat ik dit uiteindelijk heb kunnen realiseren. En gewoon heel erg dankbaar voor alle mensen die mij daarbij hebben geholpen en die gewoon om me heen zijn en die ook in mij geloven daarbij. Dat geeft me ook gewoon meer energie weer. Het is niet dat jullie mijn energie drainen, jullie geven mij energie om door te gaan. En dat is gewoon iets wat ik gewoon heel erg fijn vind. En ik merk ook gewoon dat iedereen het ook heel erg fijn vindt op dit moment in de community. En met het event van gisteren, was het gisteren toch? Ja, was gisteren. Ik heb zoveel calls gehad dat ik even niet meer weet welke dag het was. Maar gisteren was het ook gewoon een heel mooi event. Dat is een good start, maar dat is niet de event die groot is. Zoals Chris al zei, zoals Leander al zei, the big top earners of the company are coming there. De mensen die het meeste geld verdienen, die komen naar dat event. Op stage jou vertellen hoe jij die dingen kunt doen, wat zij hebben geïmplementeerd. Waar ze fouten hebben gemaakt en waar je weer van kan leren. Weet je, het is alleen maar value. 1 dag overtreden. Alle strategieën en tools wordt uitgelegd. 1 dag over netwerken, over teambuilden en over het beelden gewoon. En 1 volle dag over personal development en mindset. Dat zijn letterlijk de 3. And also announcement was coming. I knew social media was coming. They announced it there. I knew mindset was gonna be a big package. It was announced there. Dus ja, de nieuwe announcement worden daar inderdaad ook gewoon verteld. En dan krijg je alvast wat key dingetjes waar je al mee kan werken voor daarvoor. En geloof mij, mijn hele telefoon en mijn notebook stond vol. Ik heb hem nog steeds hiernaast staan. I was there because Zaka told me, write it down. Don't type it in your phone, write it down. It was expensive as hell because Switzerland is expensive. But it didn't matter. I needed something to note it down. En het was ook gewoon die dedication en die energy en alles. Alles was perfect. Niks ontbrak. Elke vibration die je nodig had om daar, zeg maar, op dat niveau te komen, werd afgestoten. Werd afgegeven. En yeah, I remember Chris texting me, like, how is it? I'm sending crazy voice messages like, woo, yeah, making crazy videos, jumping with Leander when we are celebrating things. So, het is gewoon 1 grote familie. Het is een business waar je aan werkt, maar je ook gewoon ten alle tijden alle plezier eruit haalt, maar het wel gewoon structureel business houdt. En zo'n event, het kan echt life-changing worden en het is altijd in Amerika. Het is misschien nu 3 of 4 keer in Europa geweest. Dit is de 4e keer volgens mij. Barcelona, Zurich en nu Rotterdam. De rest was allemaal fair. We gaan nu naar Miami, dan zou je een dure vlucht moeten boeken. Dit is letterlijk alleen een ticket kopen en we moeten daarheen gaan. Wij kunnen thuis slapen. Iedereen die vanuit het buitenland komt, omdat Nederland niet groot is, they're booking hotels, mansions, booking tickets en flights. We hoeven alleen een ticket te kopen. Weet je, en uiteindelijk is het wel misschien weer een investering die je moet doen. En is het weer geld dat je kwijt bent. Maar je investeert het in jezelf. Investering in jezelf is nooit, zeg maar, verloren geld. En daar ben ik ook heel snel achter gekomen dat ik gewoon zuiniger met mijn geld moet omgaan, zodat ik meer kan investeren in dingen die mij verder brengen bij mijn doel. En ik weet dat een paar jongens in het team al een kaartje hebben gehaald en dat een paar jongens het nog willen halen. Dus ja, ik zou gewoon zeggen, het moment dat je uiteindelijk zegt van ik kan nu financieel dit missen, koop die ticket. En ga je mensen ook wenken, ga je mensen ook vertellen van die event is coming. Nadat ik terug ben van Miami, gaan we het ook helemaal volop goed promoten. En I will be there from 11 till 20. Sheesh. So most of the German guys, German leaders are coming a little bit early. Chris is also coming for a whole week. I think that's longer than a week. That's like a week and a half. You know, like the people are coming. We are getting so much value from leaders that are coming, and we are gonna meet all of the German guys that will be there. So it's not only us, it's whole BYOB that's coming. En de energie die je daar gaat kunnen krijgen, de dingen die we daar met z'n allen gaan doen. Wow, I am, yeah. You are gonna experience how it is to be with everyone that's fully dedicated coming to the events, because those are the best people to talk with. And I had a bad habit, smoking cigarettes, but I talked to the most people when I was smoking cigarettes. So I always was networking, but now I'm stepping out of that and I'm gonna network myself without a cigarette. Dus je leert ook weer heel veel dingen daar en je leert ook gewoon van, je hebt meer energie nodig, dus je moet gewoon oude habits afkutten. En dat is ook waar ik veel aan ben gaan werken. Dus dat moment dat ik terugkwam, I remember it like the day of yesterday. It changed everything the day I came back. And it was not like, oh, I'm now gonna chill. Oh, I had to work because I was COVID ill, because I wanted to go to the convention. Maar het was echt gek, man. Het is echt heel gek geweest. Gewoon alle value die ik gewoon heb gekregen daar, heb ik gewoon uiteindelijk ook verwerkt. Ik heb nieuwe habits gaan implementeren. Ik ben strategieën in gaan duiken. Ik ben gaan oefenen met traden. En nu ben ik uiteindelijk ook bezig met de Funded Challenge. En je kan dus kijken van event tot event maken we altijd doelen met elkaar. We are making goals from event to event, what you want to achieve. And I'm doing pretty well if I'm thinking about the last time I was on to the next convention. En om het zo te zeggen, ja, gewoon, het was gewoon echt gek, weet je. En ik zou het ook gewoon graag met iedereen die in het team op dit moment zit, iedereen die in deze call zit, is sowieso dedicated. Iedereen die op het event was sowieso dedicated. En die weet dat er meer te halen valt uit het business. En dat het gewoon meer dan alleen een business is. Het is gewoon een hele lifestyle wat het wordt. Het is gewoon een hele family wat het wordt. En het is gewoon heel erg leuk. Dus je weet toch? Ik denk dat ik straks ook even een linkje stuur van die events. Dus mocht je een ticket willen halen, haal hem gewoon. It's that simple. You have to click 3 buttons, accept it, and the payment is done, and you will receive your ticket and you're set. And then you can prepare to Rotterdam and bring on more people with you to Rotterdam. Want wat ze ook zeggen, de mensen die je brengt, die gaan sowieso starten. Maar elke persoon die je brengt, is volgend jaar €1000 erbij. Weet je, het is ook goed voor je netwerk en het is gewoon goed voor jezelf. Zorg er gewoon sowieso voor dat je er zelf bij bent. Als je niemand hebt die meegaat, maakt niet uit. Maar zorg ervoor dat je erbij bent. En ik denk dat dit gewoon mijn deel was over hoe ik de company event heb ervaren. En dat het gewoon zo'n grote opportunity is om hier te zijn. How many people can you bring? They have to also buy a ticket. Yeah, they have to buy a ticket. You can bring 3000 people if you want. Je kan zoveel mogelijk mensen brengen als je wil, maar ze... Not more. Ze moeten wel uiteindelijk zelf een ticket kopen, maar ze hoeven nog geen lid te zijn van IM. Ik weet sowieso dat als ze daar zijn geweest, dat ze lid worden van IM. Maar ze hoeven nog geen lid te zijn van IM om daar naartoe te gaan. Dus gebruik het gewoon als opportunity voor jezelf, maar ook voor andere mensen. En daarbij wil ik het voor dit moment nu laten. En als er vragen zijn over diepgaande vragen over het event, kon dat met doen. Weet je, thank you for the stage, Leander. I talked a little bit in Dutch about the convention and how I liked it. And I want to pass the word back to you.
Perfect. Yes, I understood a few words, like always. Yeah, there were a few situations I really understood, but I think you gave the guys really some good like ideas how it changed for you, what it did for you, what they can expect. So there will be team tradings even after the convention with high leaders. You get really close to those high educators and can ask them private questions and everything. So really, there's no better place, no better time to level up than in Rotterdam on that convention. And before I will end this call, and before I will say the last words, let's watch together this beautiful video again, guys. I always get very excited when I see that. So yeah, let's watch that together. Let's go, guys. All right. So there was a crazy ass call, and I will drop in the link where you can get the tickets of for Rotterdam right now in the group. So make sure you got a ticket. Make sure your team got a ticket. Make sure your friends here in IM got tickets. And yeah, it will be insane, guys. So I wish you all a beautiful night. Happy pips, because in nearly 1 hour the markets are opening. We can trade again and have a very great and successful new week. Tomorrow at 8 p.m. we have the building call. So if you want to build residual income, if you want to impact more people, tomorrow is the call for you, where it gets really, really interesting. We already prepared some juice for you. So be there, be on time, tell everyone, and we see us there. Guys, have a good night. Bye-bye.
Black on black on black on black on black on black on black. You don't have to ball a rap to get them racks on racks.